Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show! Welcome to the Crimson Comedy Show. I'm your host, Andy. Today we got a very special guest today. He's a comedian, content creator, and a producer. Give it up for Hunter Ladner.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Did I say your last name right?
Ladner, yes,
I
sir.
forgot to even ask you. Like, I always ask, I literally talk about this every time I introduce the podcast. I always ask the guests. This time I didn't even ask you, but whatever. Fuck,
Yep,
I got it
Ladner.
right. How's it going? Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man, happy to be here, dude. I'm stoked. I don't get many opportunities to do podcasts, so I'm like, you know what, let's do
I
it.
was going to ask you, have you ever been on a podcast before?
Me and my buddy Jake Jones, we used to run one, but he moved to New York, so he's doing the New York comedy scene now. It was called Crack Timeout. You can still catch some more.
So you had your own podcast?
For a little while,
I should have put that in the credits then, a podcaster. I'm sorry, I didn't know. So I should have asked you. I'm an idiot. But anyways, thanks for coming. It was nice meeting you the other night at the Rockefellers.
Yeah, man, that was a cool spot.
I think that's the first time we ever met, right? I've never met you before, right?
No, not in person. I've definitely heard of you. Night.
People have heard of me?
Well, yeah, just like, you know, around us.
IE's #1 comedy podcast. Just kidding. Only Leo says that.
Leo, that's my boy, man.
Leo Fontana.
Yeah, bro.
Now, shout out to all the IE comedy podcasts.
Yeah, man.
Hope you guys are doing well. But I was just joking. He said that, and it's been a running gag of like, but I'm not.
Dude. So that night at Rockefellers, right? I did my set. I get off stage. The dudes that were in there, they were like yelling out a bunch.
Oh, yeah, those guys.
They followed me out.
Were they mad at you?
Not necessarily mad, but they wanted me to like talk to them, right?
Oh.
So I go out there and they're sort of talking to me and it's sort of chill, whatever. And this guy's it's got PB on his hat and PB on his shirt.
What is that?
And he's asking me like, hey, do you know what this stands for? Do you know what this stands for?
Pabst Blue Ribbon?
And I'm like, Pacific Beach? I don't know, you know.
Pony Boys?
Bro, he straight up says like, this is Proud Boys right here.
Oh.
He was trying to like relate with me. And I'm like, bro, I'm not with any of that, dog.
Okay, to give the audience the context, we did a show together at Rockefellers. It was a rough night. It happens sometimes. Sometimes the shows pack out. Sometimes there's nobody there. And we do this thing called barking where you try to get people to come to the comedy show that aren't really there to do comedy. It was at a bar. Yep. It's a nice place, nice room. So I had talked to those dudes too. Travis was like, oh, go try to bark somebody because it was a light night. So I went out and I saw those dudes and I was like, hey, you guys want to come do a comedy show? We're going to have a comedy show soon. He's like, you going to do any 9/11 jokes? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. He's like, good, because I like that dark shit. I was like, well, I'm a dark comic, so I guess. And then I saw them in the audience, and they were already fucking heckling, like Corey was on.
Yeah.
So I went to the back of the stage, and I was gonna warn. Shout out to Josh Plant.
Josh Plantango. Yeah.
I was gonna say Josh Plantation. I'm just kidding, Josh. I told him that at a show one time, and they announced him as Josh Plantation.
That's funny.
Anyways, shout out Josh. Fucking he murders. But I told Josh and Owen, I was like, because Owen was also on, I was like, hey, there's some dudes already fucking heckling, like. And there was the Proud Boys you were talking about. I was like, oh, it's going to be a rough one. And then you went on, and then they left after you went on. Then I went on, and there was literally like 2 people in the audience, so it was a rough one. Like,
It was. They definitely just kept yelling out during my jokes, but
I'm not going to lie, like, I don't even remember what the fuck I talked about that night. Like, I was not in the mood. Like, sometimes, like, you need an audience to, like, feed on the jokes, and you feed off the laughter. And, like, when there's, like, one old man and then one friend sitting in the audience, and then the old dude gets a little does a little chuckles. It's not really. And then the lighting too. I've talked shit about this before. It's not just this place before when it's too fucking bright, the bright lights, and you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
I like to engage with that. I like to look at people in the faces and like I'm having a conversation. When it's fucking blinding, could you see that night?
It was rough. It was definitely rough. I felt like he was just doing it to the black, you know, because it was so right on. You couldn't see anything.
Well, because my glasses, I have like an anti-glare glasses. So I don't know if it affects the way I see, but it's happened to me in another venue where it's too fucking bright and I'm not trying to complain, but like I can't see what it's like. You're talking to the void, you know.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it was the word I'm looking for. Discombobulated me. Like it's throwing me off. Where I'm like talking in pitch black, nobody's laughing, and I'm just like I feel like I'm in my bathroom with the lights off. Like
Dude, I did a spot at the Hollywood Improv, the lab room over there. Same kind of deal. The lights are just in your face, man. I couldn't see anything. It was and that was a room full of comics too, so it was a tough night, but it
see,
was still fun.
I knew there was a few people spaced out, and I was just like trying to like relate to somebody, and I was just like whatever. But you know, usually like when you bomb, it hurts. That night it didn't hurt because I know like everybody pretty much bombed. Well, you didn't bomb. There really wasn't. It was just like I said, it was practice. We got some practice in there, but
Shooting in the dark, man.
those go back to those guys. They were trying to like recruit you or what?
Bro, I don't know what
He said, I don't know what you were saying up there, but you want to join?
Dude, they were just like on me. They kept wanting to like. One dude kept telling me he was from Texas. Like I'm supposed to really care about that. And then he just kept on telling me like, yeah, man. So I do like heavy equipment operation, and I'm wearing my Proud Boy gear. And I'm like, I don't think you should be telling me this. I just met you, bro. Like
Corona, that's kind of like the I guess the style out there, I guess.
some
But
guys just get real excited. Like it's funny. Like when you do a bunch of shows all over the place, some people it really like resonates with people. Some people are like, oh my God, like now I can go talk to this. I know him now, so I can go.
but Proud Boys is just like they're like the Trump supporters, right? Is that who they are? They're just
I really don't know. I thought like back in the day, like during COVID, they were doing like a lot of like rioting in the street stuff, is what I thought. But I have no idea for real, bro.
but so what were they telling you? They wanted to hang out with you or asking your next show was?
They were trying to get all my info, and I was just like, fellas, y'all have a great night.
Hey,
I'm gonna go.
thank God they left after you went on because they probably would have fucked with me too. But
They were just yelling out, dude. They were hammered. I mean, just drunk in Proud Boy uniforms. I don't know.
hey, I didn't know Proud Boys had all their own merch. Or do you think he made it himself?
Bro, that was definitely
What
like
was
a
it,
middle of the mall.
the dude with the hat and a white T-shirt on?
He was with them, yeah. But
Yeah.
the guy I'm talking about, he had like a gold beard, gold hair.
Yeah.
He was stoked.
Yeah, their backs were to me when I was talking to them. So, and then when they were inside, I didn't see them because it was dark in there. But that's funny.
Imagine going to the mall and like getting
Hey,
Proud Boy
'cause
gear.
Josh went up, and that was like 7 foot, fucking white as can be, like Hitler's wet dream. They're probably like, "That's a comedian right there." And then they saw you, they're like, "Oh, okay, we like this guy."
Yeah, man, it was fun. Shouts out Travis, dude, putting it on a show and
And I'm over here talking shit. Travis, you put on good rooms other places, but I don't know. I've done that room with other people, and that room just doesn't resonate with me. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me personally, but it's a
the
good
green room was sick.
it's a good spot. I know we were hanging out in the green room for a bit, and they had the piano in there and
Yeah.
shit. Like, I got to meet a few of the comics I've never met before. The other dude with the curly hair, I'm sorry, what's his name? Fuck, it's gonna bother me now. Hold on. But yeah, the green room was cool. I was fucking around with the piano, but it was like what's the word I'm looking for? It was out of tune. So like when I tried playing it, I was telling Owen I used to play when I was little, and I started playing and it sounded like shit, and I was like, oh fuck, like I just embarrassed myself. But honestly, it was the piano was like old and out of tune.
I'm trying to think. What was the other guy's name on there?
I'm gonna get it right now. He was cool though. I talked to him for a bit, and we were talking to that nurse that was out there. That nurse that she was like talking to everybody at the bar. His name is Lucas Cicero.
Lucas Cicero. Yep.
Yeah, he was
Shouts
cool.
out Lucas, man. He's
So,
dope.
and it was nice meeting you, Lucas. But there was a nurse. She was sitting at the bar, and I heard her talking Travis's head off. And I think Travis was trying to talk to the bartender about something before the show started. And the nurse was drunk at the bar and just started talking to Travis. And I told Lucas, I think we need to go save him. Like she won't shut up. And then she was just talking to anybody that would like listen to her. Like during the show, Travis was like, "Hey guys, you want to go spit game at a nurse? She won't shut the fuck up." And she's sitting at the bar because they were trying to get her. We were trying to bark her too. Like, come watch the show. She's like, "No, I'm good." And she'd rather drink tequila and hit on dudes.
And yep.
There was a dude that walked in, a Mexican dude, and I think she got him because he never left her side. He's probably like, "Oh, this is the easy win right here." But
I got this.
she wouldn't shut the fuck up though. But that was funny though.
It was a good time, man. Travis is dope, dude. That was the first time I've done a show with Travis over there. I've seen some really cool shows he's put on there.
I went to this previous show the week before at the Hideaway. It's a nice fucking room, like, and it was a huge turnout. We had some big names, and it was a nice one. And I was like, all right, cool. He wants me to go back again this week, But I was like, nah, I'm going to kill Tony. So
Yeah.
sorry, Travis. I told him at Rockefellers. I was like, hey, I'm going to kill Tony because he's like, hey, you want to go? I'm like, nah, like I'm going to kill Tony for sure.
Yeah, if anything, it'll be a fun hang, you know. How many people do you think get pulled?
Okay, this is from what I've seen on anytime they do the arena ones, they do like an hour before they even start pulling buckets. The last two that I've seen like out here, they like went through like their golden tickets, their celebrity friends, because it's a show, it's a big ass
Yeah.
arena. They want it to be good, and they probably pulled, don't quote me, but less than 20 people, probably less than that. I probably recall like 10 comics because they're doing golden ticket winners, celebrities, and then they pull a couple, one of us out, and then they do golden tickets, celebrities, and then the last time a bunch of fools that I knew got on. So I don't know. Wish us all luck, but
Yeah, man, for sure.
people are asking me like, where are you supposed to go? I don't fucking know. They're supposed to give us instructions. I'm sure there's gonna be signs somewhere. Get there early, get good parking, and find yourself in line because
Yeah,
everyone I know and everyone and their mom I know is going there. So
for sure, bro. I mean, it's the chance, you know. That's a big opportunity, something like that. You get on that, you know, that could change the game, change your whole trajectory.
see, if even if I just can go and get in to watch for free, I'd be happy with that. Like
Yeah.
they did this twice last year. We were talking about this just a few minutes before we started. Last year they had it at the Kia Forum, and the comics had to go inside. And then they had at the YouTube theaters, a smaller place, they weren't allowed to go inside. So I don't know what the rule. Don't quote me, but it's the Intuit Dome is pretty huge. So I'm pretty sure there's the comics are gonna be able to get in for free. You know, like
Dude, that I've noticed. I've watched. You know, just in the preparation of maybe getting pulled, right? You watch, you know, some of them, and the ones at the stadiums, it does seem like
they
you
want
gotta really pause,
they
you know, to
they
like
they
let them
want you
hear
to
it.
lose. Like they always boo the open micers. They want you to.
Yeah.
The audiences are assholes at the arenas.
Well, it's sort of part of the spectacle, you know, of like,
I think I'll do good in the minutes, but when it comes, I've said this before. When it comes to the interview, like I don't have anything like interesting that'll like catch their attention. Like
yeah.
they get mad when you're boring, and I'll probably be the boring dude. They'd probably tell me get the fuck off. So
Oh man.
that's what I'm worried about. Like I need to be able to be like quick with it. Like think of something. I really don't know right now. If they were to ask me about my love life or any of that shit they always ask, I'd be like I wouldn't know what to fucking say. You know, like do you have anything interesting about you? Let's practice right now. Tell us about your love life.
Well, love life. Shouts out Tay. You know who you are. That's my future bride to be. I'm gonna
Tony's
probably
like,
marry her.
Is Tay a man?
I mean, man, we've been together for a while. You know, I met her in Huntington Beach when I moved from Alabama. Just met partying.
Ooh, Alabama
25.
boy.
Oh yeah, dude, it was wild, man. It was a wild time in my life. I used to go to all the Newport bars. My buddy had a house right there in Newport, right when I moved out here, and it was really a good time, man. I basically stayed with him for a summer and just
So were you doing
wore
comedy
cowboy boots.
when you moved out here? Were you already a comedian, or you moved
I
out
had
here?
done it a couple times. So I'm from a small town in South Sheffield, Alabama, and you know, I went to an open mic at like a Mexican restaurant out there before.
There's Mexican restaurants in Alabama.
Yeah, man. Shouts out, shouts out Fiesta, dog. It's
I thought you were gonna say yeah, Del Taco or Taco Bell.
no, it's you know what's funny too is it's basically everyone's Guatemalan. That's like, but they'll open like Mexican food
I'm
restaurants.
trying to
And,
think where Alabama is on the map. Hold on. Okay, Guatemala. How the fuck end up way over there?
dude, I don't know. It was there's a whole town. Shouts out Russellville, Alabama. That's like all the Guatemalan folks moved there.
Guatemala is like way south, right? Like south.
But that's what like a bunch of them are from there, man. It's crazy. But yeah, there's like a chain of they call them Fiestas. They got a bunch of them all in my little area.
So you were born and raised in Alabama?
Pretty interesting. My mother's from SoCal, right? My dad is from Alabama, so I was actually born in Alabama. I moved to SoCal when I was around 3, lived out here till I was in middle school, and then moved back to Alabama from high school to
So
about
what
25.
accent did you have growing up? Did you have
Confused, bro. I
did you
was
have the
just,
California one and then you went out there, then you got the Alabama one, then you came back and now you have the California Alabama one?
yeah, man. I mean, my nickname back home, all my Alabama folks know me as they call me Cali Swag. That was my nickname growing up.
Is that a
Was
fly?
Cali.
So there's a fly in the fucking house. I was hoping that wasn't a bee. No, but when you went to Alabama, you're like, hey, there's an In-N-Out, and they're like, whoa, like
Yeah, they were impressed. They were
they're like, tell us about animal fries.
Man, it was it was really cool. Like I had always grown up, even when I was lived out here, I would go visit there because I had a lot of family there, you know.
So when you moved out there, you finished high school in Alabama?
Yeah.
How old are you when you moved back here?
I moved back here when I was 25.
And you're how old are you now?
I'm 30 now,
Oh,
so
so
I've been out
you've
here
been
for about
back for a
5
while.
years. Yeah.
Did you do stand up in Orange County, like any of the Orange County
So
spots?
right when I moved, I started at a spot called the Amazing Comedy Theater in Huntington Beach. It was owned by a guy named Dan Bilak, and yeah, shouts out Dan. He liked me pretty early on. You know, I sucked. I was terrible, and but he would let me host a bunch of shows. Basically every show that they did there, I was hosting them. So I got a lot of reps. It was an actual little comedy club, very similar to like the Rock Gallery in Palm Springs or just like a little black box kind of theater. You know, they have them in LA everywhere.
I've only done a few spots in Orange County, but I like Orange County though. It's nice.
The scene's really cool, man. There's really some supportive people. I still do stuff with Daniel Zambrano. He, runs a couple open mics and like the Orange County stand-up page. So it's pretty cool. I've got some good buddies out there in Orange County. I moved to Riverside about a year and a half ago, and then just sort of started getting involved out here. Got my spot, Loud Burger in Grand Terrace.
See, I didn't know where I live out here, but I didn't know where Grand Terrace was. Every time I think of Grand Terrace, I think of City of Terrace. That's like L.A. And I heard about that place. I was like, that's far. People drive all the way out there. But I was like, oh no, that's the one right here. Like, I forget there's two.
Mhm.
Like the Montclair out here, there's another Montclair somewhere else, and it's like two different fucking places. But
Yeah.
I was just getting them confused. But
Yeah, man. So we picked up that spot, and it's been off to the races since. I mean, you'd be surprised, man. The IE, I've noticed something about the IE is you get a lot more opportunity in front of real crowds. There's usually a little bit more people in the rooms where like you go more toward LA, OC sometimes, but it's a lot more comics in the room, you
well, a
know?
lot of those are like slotted mics. That's why I've
Hmm.
never done any of them. Like where you have to like buy your time, and then yet they lock the doors behind you and you
Yeah.
can't get out, like type shit. So like, nah.
That's how the Amazing Comedy Theater was for a while. But we even had really good shows. We had good shows on Friday, Saturday. I met a bunch of really funny LA comics out there, getting booked on those. So there's a bunch of door guys at the Comedy Store right now. I met all them through those shows back then. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the IE's starting to grow. There's a lot more plays, a lot more people doing shit. Like, it's cool to see like everyone do. Like, people keep telling me, why don't you do them? Like, no, it's too much for me. It's stressful. Like,
It is
this,
a headache.
this is enough for me. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I'd rather fucking build this up. But maybe one day, like I can do a live one or some shit. I don't know.
Producing shows is it's tough, because you want to put on a good show, you want to get all your buddies on.
And you gotta worry about the spot and
Hmm.
the audience and the owners, and if are they okay with it? Like, can you talk and say whatever you want without pissing anybody off? And like
Running, especially dude, running open mics at venues that are open to the public.
at your spot, do you just do open mics or do you book shows as
So
well?
we do a monthly Saturday show. We just had a really good one. We had Mario Rodriguez, Drea Myers, Adam Chong, Viet Nguyen. They headlined it. Essentially, I just gave them all, the same amount of time.
I've had Mario on here, but I've done shows with Viet and them before. But
They did awesome, man. Cause it's like a rowdy room. It's a bar. It's, they're making drinks. People are talking. They serve food. So you got to be
I thought it was a burger
hired.
place. It's an actual bar, or
It's a burger slash bar spot,
oh, okay.
But it's pretty cool, man. It's got a really nice stage, good lighting. It's just it gets rowdy. You got to be ready to come in hot, yell and scream at them. You got to be on top of them because
What
if
what
not,
what are the Grand Terrace people like? Not familiar with that area.
it's pretty cool. I would say just your local
They
Riverside
got
kind of.
Proud Boys there.
No Proud Boys. I'm amazed by that too.
Is it Latinos?
I would say probably heavier.
See,
Yeah.
Corona Norco's like the horse fucking. I ride quads on the weekends or my
Yeah.
horse to the bar. Like
My
that,
horse to the bar.
that's the kind of crowds they have down there. So it's expected. It's just before San Diego,
Yeah.
so Temecula or whatever. But
Have you been down there to Above the Iron?
no, I just heard about that place. They
It's
say
pretty cool.
it's in Menifee, right?
Yeah, I did that spot the other night. Awesome, man. Shouts out Cocky Rocky. She had me on that show. It was a good time, dude. It was it's like right above. I'm assuming it was like like a meeting room above the brewery or something. But
Yeah, I was gonna think about going, but Leo Fontana, shout out Leo, was like, well, that's like an hour away, dude. And it's on a Wednesday, so
it is far.
I was like, that's the problem. Is like you need to start carpooling more. Like, I don't have a lot of people I know that are like down to drive places. I'm always fucking driving, and I'm tired of driving. Like
Dude.
for the Kill Tony thing, I am gonna drive myself because who knows how long that shit's gonna be, and like it's all for one. I'm not dealing with nobody,
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
but if we're going to an open mic, then we all gonna get on fine. But I'm not trying to bust a mission with 5 dudes. Like I'm trying to get the fuck out there before the traffic starts, and I have to work that day. So as soon as I get off work, I'm taking off. So
Dude, I know I'm worried about Thursday. I've got to work on Friday, so
but,
if we're out late, it's gonna be rough.
it's gonna be late because the show's probably gonna end till like midnight or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Getting
you gotta
home.
get out of the parking lot.
Well, I'll send it to Wednesday's set of the night at the Comedy Store too as well. So I mean, I do it, but it's definitely a beating on you.
Are you worried about the minute? The not the, I'm sorry, not the minute. Are you worried about the interview?
Not necessarily. I
Well,
mean, I got some
you have a
stuff.
cool backstory. Like you said, you're from Alabama. You went back to California. Like so, like I guess you could talk about your childhood from both places. You know.
Yeah, I've got a couple things queued up. They asked like the most what's the most interesting thing about
See,
you, stuff like
that's why I'd be
that.
like, nothing. I'm a loser. I have a podcast in that comedy, and they'd be like, they're not gonna want to hear that shit.
Yeah, my mother, she owned a bar in my little town. And dude, I grew up in that
So
place.
you're like Joey Diaz.
I mean, I wouldn't say just like him, but
I was saying his mom owned a bar, and he got to hang out and work there. And
yeah, man, it was
were you
wild.
drinking at 5?
Not that young, but I definitely got introduced to things probably a little bit earlier than most.
So when you were in high school, did she own the bar?
Yeah.
So were you able to hang out there like you were cool?
Oh my God, I'd sneak all my buddies in there.
Hey Tay, what's your fiance's name?
Taylor.
Don't listen. Did you pick up on a lot of girls at the bar?
Oh man, it was fun. It was a
They were
good
trying to get
time.
free drinks out of you.
It was, dude, it was crazy to just think of like we really were kids running around there with just full adults. And this place was like it was not a
Were you running numbers in there and shit?
dude, we had all kind of stuff going on. There was this guy, his name was Jeff. He was like a loan shark kind of guy. And he was a Grateful Dead like deadhead,
A
He was
hippie.
somebody who followed him his whole life. This dude was like 6'7", huge, big, bald white dude. He had drugs. He was just always he would carry guns with him and stuff. And he was like one of my mom's good friends. She'd put on poker tournaments. Like, I mean, this is all the place is shut down now, so good luck. But
Allegedly.
dude, we would run like there would be a 50-man poker tournament going on till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Did you learn how to play poker?
Yeah, oh yeah, I would play. My mom was really into that, and then live music was a really big thing where I'm from, and my mom would like MC in between bands. That's sort of really. I mean, I feel like I was always into stand up. Ron White was like my favorite growing up. I just really got into that, and
He was the best out of the blue comedy guys.
yeah, I would say so for sure. And my mom, though, she would go up and like she wouldn't necessarily do bits, but she would do like little local references and stuff like that in between bands. And I was like, I just fell in love with that because like I was around the entertainment world in a way. I wanted to be like, at first I thought I was gonna be a musician, I was gonna
Can you
be.
play anything?
No, that's my problem. I never sat down long enough to figure it out.
I could play the guitar and a little bit of piano or keyboard. I'm sorry.
I just talk too much. But I mean, dude, there was even like a little local group of dudes who did stand up there a couple times, and
I was
I
gonna
did,
ask you, what was the scene like out there? Was there comedy clubs or they didn't do any comedy shows at your mom's place?
no, I mean had a group of dudes. There's a guy named Brent Reed. He's in Austin now, and he actually came through there a couple times. He was like a radio DJ host kind of guy. He came through. Him and a couple dudes came and did stand up a couple times, but nothing like that memorable. And at that time, I was living so fast, I didn't even care about any of that.
Did you guys live near the bar, like a house bar, or what was it like? What was the setup like?
Yeah, right down the street. I mean, Sheffield's a really small town where I'm from. The high school was right down the road. The courthouse was right here, and then my house was just a couple
So
blocks down.
everybody knows everybody.
Man, you can't go to Walmart without seeing someone you don't know. Every time you go, you're gonna see somebody.
So you got to make it on Kill Tony so everyone back home could see you. Like,
Dude, that's what they all want too, because they're all like, that's their frame of reference.
did you have
of
a
what stand-up
nickname when you
is.
were there? Like when you were at the bar, did they give you a nickname?
Yeah, so growing up, man, my nickname was Callie because my mother,
Oh, Kelly.
when we moved from California, that's what everyone called me was Callie. I got that nickname pretty quick. Uh,
Do you use that on stage as a stage name?
no, I let that go when I came out here. Figured it'd be too confusing.
So Hunter's your real name?
Hunter, yes sir.
That's cool. Well, that Callie'd still be a cool little Hunter Callie land. I don't know.
Yeah, but then it's like, yeah, you're in California. I sound like this. I'm saying Cali. It's
My daughter's name, I nicknamed her Meatball, and I just been calling her that ever since. So I'm gonna say it till the day I die. That shit ain't going nowhere.
There we go.
I like nicknames. Like my nickname is Andy. That's not my real name. So
Really?
Well,
Andrew?
yeah.
Okay.
Except my black friends call me Drew.
Okay.
It's so weird because like I literally only my black friends will call me Drew, and I'm like, I already know who's talking to me, but here Andy is nothing. But I don't know. I guess they don't like that name, but
Yeah, so I grew up at that place. I actually went to the University of North Alabama for a year. I played football there. I because of that bar and how we were living, I just ended up failing every class and
I bet you're just
hanging out
partying.
there. Yeah.
You just get off, leave class, and go get drunk. Did your mom let you drink there? Or
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was like I said, I got introduced to everything. I mean, it was a cigarettes inside bar, dude.
this place sounds awesome.
It was named DP's.
Like what's the movie Roadhouse? That's what it sounds like.
It was wild, man. There was like I've tried to talk about this on stage before, but it almost sounds fake. But dude, there was a legit pimp that would hang out there. This guy had two like fat white girls with him all the time. His name was Kiki. He was like, he would just hang, bro, with the gold chain and everything.
Remember on South Park with the bottom bitch, the pimp on there?
It might as well have been that, bro. He wouldn't necessarily like, he wasn't like, Southern Players Ball kind of pimp with the mink on and everything, but he had that vibe with him. He drove a Cadillac.
Do you have any bits about this? Like
I've tried to talk about it.
the
'Cause
bar?
yeah, I definitely talk about the bar on stage. I've got, like my mom, she put on a like a Magic Mike night one night, like male strippers, and the bit is, fun fact about North Alabama and our population, we're not exactly known for our male stripping talent.
Yeah, what were the guys like the regulars that were there? Were they pissed off or was it
Bro,
ladies' night?
It was ladies' night.
Imagine the regular dudes are there and they're like, what the hell?
But so what my mom did was she had some guys come through, but then she also had like some of me and my buddies come.
She made you strip? You had to get on there in your little skippy? Did you have a little giraffe thong or whatever?
Dude, it was wild, man.
What outfit did you wear? Did you have like a costume?
Let's just say the pants were breakaway.
Remember those like kind of like the ones I'm wearing, but the Adidas ones that break off like
the
that.
snaps on the side, dog. That's what
That's
it was
funny.
cool, man. My best friend, Hunter Danley, he's in law enforcement these days, so
Hey, then
I won't go too deep into him. But
allegedly.
he's dude, he was my, he moved in with us when we were in high school. He's my best friend. He worked at the bar. My buddy Biggs, he was this big white dude. He was our security guard.
Would she consider opening up another place out here, or is she done with that lifestyle?
She got burnt out on it.
I'm saying it'd be a great place for your mom to open a bar and comedy club out here,
Dude, it was it really opened my eyes to that. But I don't know. I'm in trying to chase it still right now,
I have a question. How many years did she run it?
Probably in total, probably 6-7 years.
Well, she has the experience. She can tell you the do's and don'ts,
Mhm.
So if you want to, like, this place needs a club. There's a lot of places out here that's just bars or breweries, that little in the corner. Like, we need an actual club.
Bro, I agree 100%.
See,
a spot in like downtown Redlands, downtown Riverside,
See,
somewhere with foot traffic.
The thing is just like the mothership. They don't serve food. Don't serve food. Alcohol is fine. You just have snacks like chips or a pretzel thing. You know, a little pretzel thing at the movies?
Yeah.
Or popcorn. Something cheap because, first of all, you don't have to deal with hiring cooks and all this bullshit and people getting sick and food poisoning and all that. That's too much extra shit you got to do. If you just kept it simple, just a stage and alcohol, soda, water, simple snacks, just like a brewery does. Some breweries have cereal or pretzels, simple shit. That's all you need. You don't need all these food permits and all this crazy shit, and yeah, someone needs to open one out here.
It's just for what retail value is for like an industrial venue it's insane, man. I've looked into it. There's a spot in downtown Redlands that was available and it would have been the perfect size for like a small club, but it's just they want way too much money for it, so I don't know if you'd be able to make it back.
So the problem with California is like the permits and the taxes, and then like you want to get a liquor license, and you have to jump through too many fucking hoops because they want your money, So yeah, it is. But if it was you and a couple people and you're willing to like run it, and then it would take a lot of commitment for sure. Like,
exactly. And I'm at a point right now where I feel like I'm still trying to get into the world, So I don't want to spend all my time on that.
Back to Travis's room, the Hideaway in Riverside. I think if they actually set it up better for comedy night, like I liked out at have you been there before?
I don't think I've done the Hideaway yet.
It's like the back to the grind. It's in a little basement. It's a beautiful spot, but they have tables and it's kind of like all sectioned off, it's like a nightclub type thing. But I think for the comedy night, like they should just line the chairs up in rows and just no tables or nothing, and then I think it would be better. Like the way it was set up is just kind of like scattered out. Like it has potential, but that place is pretty badass though. Like shout out to Travis if you if you want to like line up the chairs better next time. That's just my opinion, but
That helped us on the last Loudburger show we did. We not many people sat in them, but we did do a couple rows too. I think it just makes the environment feel more comedy show, right? Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
people walk in, they see that now they're sort of buying into the idea that this is what we're doing, you know?
And then encourage people to sit closer so we can talk to you and
Hmm.
even though some people are afraid of like crowd work or whatever.
I'm not a big crowd work guy.
I've never done it. I've never had enough time on a set to do crowd work. Or I was honestly thinking about fucking around that night, but I couldn't see anybody. So
Yeah.
I knew there was like one old dude in the corner somewhere. I couldn't find where he was, but yeah,
I've been going out to I get pretty consistent spots at shouts out the Rock Gallery, Palm Springs. They've been booking me a
I've
good.
done it once.
It's that room's cool, man, because it's what we're sort of talking about, right? It's like a smaller actual club. They've got a little green room area. They got a good little scene of dudes around there. It's fun. That spot it's consistent too. You know, they do shows just about every night. So if you get involved, you can. I've sort of made my way over there. I started barking for them, so I'll go out on the main street there and hit people with the Southern charm a little bit. Hey y'all, come on.
When I went out there and barked, we had just happened to all be all Latinos, and
Hmm.
I was like, Latino comedy night, Mexican. This is in the height of all the ICE shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck ICE, come support Latinos. And then people are like, oh, really? And then people were actually going in. So we got some people in that way, but
It's
whatever.
cool, man. And when that spot's got 40 people in it, I mean, it's rowdy. It's a good
The
time.
night that I was there, I was shout out to Bebos. He put me on. It was all women. There was like two dudes. It was like ladies' night.
Let's go.
It was lesbian night in Palm Springs, but
Bebos, I met him the other day doing a show with Jackie Sylvia, the Joke and Stroke. I met him and Jojo Garcia.
yeah, those are my people right there.
Uh, yeah, man, they were
What's up,
awesome.
Jojo? I want to correct myself. JoJo was just on here recently, and I said it was a third appearance, but it was actually his fourth appearance. Like,
Okay, hell yeah. So you know him well.
yeah, he's tied for Leo Fontano. Him and Leo are like they have the most reoccurring guesses.
Let's go, dude.
Until the last two episodes, I said he was three, but he was actually four. I forgot.
Leo's dope too, man. Leo's a good hang. He's always got something fun to say. He's always involved with what's going
And I
on.
was trying to get him to go with me to Kill Tony. He's like, I don't really like Kill Tony.
I love the way he talks too, bro.
He told me, I forget what he was saying. He's like, oh yeah, just like, because he was saying that talking slow, it is important to talk slow. Like I talk fast, but okay, but you talk real fucking slowly, all right? But no, he's cool. I like him. But he's done your mic before, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He's the one who told me about your place, and I was like, where the fuck is that at? It's recent, right? You've been doing that just recently?
Since I moved to Riverside, I pretty much got that venue right when I moved. It wasn't, I mean, no one was coming to it for a while, but because when I first started doing it, Chatterbox was still running their Tuesday night consistently every Tuesday.
Yours is Tuesday nights?
Yeah, Tuesday nights is the open mic, and then we do a Saturday a month.
Okay. I'll have to come by and check it out. I've never been like, I kind of like stopped doing IE for a while. Like, I got burnt out from doing
Yeah.
the same mics, being on the same people. Shout out to all you guys, but you can't grow if you're just gonna stay in the same place, So like, I've made my ways around, So
You definitely got to bounce around, man. It's important. I want to go down to San Diego. They got some really cool opportunity down
yeah,
there.
the American Comedy Club is fucking dope. They do the open mics down there too, but it's just a drive, and the parking's crazy down there.
Yeah.
It's like $40 to park anywhere. But
San Diego, man.
so what got you into comedy? How did you start? Just besides, was your mom's place inspired you to do like because you said you couldn't perform music or whatever?
Yeah, so I was always around really talented musicians. Like I said, I had some really good buddies. Shouts out Davis Sandlin. He's one of my good friends back home. He's a really good musician. And I was always around these kind of guys. And Davis, especially, he's also a very funny guy just in general. He was just a funny hang. And I was listening, of course, podcasts, like I got into the whole Rogan early and then, right, Theo Vaughn, Chris D'Elia.
What's your
before he was
favorite podcast?
These days I like listening to probably, I don't know. Right now I've been on a big Matt and Shane. I listen to old podcasts though. I've noticed like I catch myself that and Joey Diaz. You brought up Joey Diaz earlier. He's one of my like.
I like
I
listening.
love that dude.
What I like listening is when Joey, because now that Lee Sayette does stand up, he'll give Lee like tips and pointers and like tell him the whole comedy game. I like listening to his advice about comedy, like
Mhm.
his advice about open mics and booking shows. Like he's really like knowledgeable. He's really helping Lee out a lot. But I've never seen Lee perform, but I'm pretty sure he's learning from the best, you know, like.
Mhm.
And Joey's fucking crazy. Like the shit he says, it reminds me of you, like your mom working at a bar and pimps and hoes and
That's the
fucking
style I like.
gambling.
I mean, I dropped Ron White, Joey Diaz, that kind of storytelling. That's ultimately how I wanna. That's how I see my stand up progressing and like getting more into that. Is talking about my life, my experiences. Cause dude, everyone's got quick jokes about topical things, and I mean, not so, I'm not knocking that at all. My brain don't think like
I
that,
like storytelling too, but just doing little short mics, you don't get enough time to do it. That's when you start hitting the 15, 20 minute, 30-minute set.
Yeah.
Then you have time to really dig into it. Like I have stories that I cut down into small bits because I only do 10 or 15 minutes, you know, but in time, you know, and then eventually most comics are just all storytellers anyways, you know.
Yeah.
Ain't no, besides like Mark Norman, like he's the only one doing like one-liners for an hour. Have you ever seen him before?
Yeah, for sure. I just that style. When I went to New York at the beginning of this year, stayed with my buddy Jake who moved out there. We used to do the podcast together, and dude, I mean, it's that whole scene out there is that style. It's
Just one-liners?
5 minutes, bunch of dudes, all comics in the room for the most part, doing that kind of stand straight up, stand in front of the mic stand, and just do bit.
Like fucking Shane, he's always like,
Yeah. Dude, if you watch a lot of open mic guys, that's what a lot of people emulate
I
that.
don't do the double or anything. I know some people do that, but I like to fuck around with the chord. Like I do, my stance is more like a metal singer. Like I used to grow up listening to metal,
Hmm.
and they always wrap the microphones around their arms or some shit. I started doing that because like I stepped on the cord a few times and unplugged it a few times because I walk around a lot. I don't know about you, but I act out sometimes, and I don't know. That's just my stance is the fucking fidgeting with the cord, and I only do the one hand, and I never put it in the stand either. Do you ever do that?
No, I take it out, and I like to pace. So I
Me
walk
too.
back and forth, and I try and like if you get into a rhythm, Ralphie May said this on a podcast a long time ago, but it's like you set up to this side of the room, set up to that side of the room, punchline down the middle. So if you pace it right too, along with that, I feel like it brings everyone in a way, you know.
You ever watch his workshop, Ralphie May? Is that
That's
where you're
where I
coming
got
from?
it from. Yep.
I watched it and I had a little bit where I was like, okay, he contradicting himself here and there. Like a couple of times he said, don't ever wear hats, don't have facial hair, and then like later on I see him in a special with a hat and a beard. I was like, I thought you
Yeah.
said not to, but I don't know, maybe things changed for him, but he was a fucking killer. Like shout out to him, but like when he did that last comic standing, the guy who beat him fucking sucked. Like,
Hmm.
and he was saying like they already didn't want him to win. Like, there's another show out right now that's similar to that, and it's to me it seems fake. Like, it's already they already know who's the winner. It's like American Idol. They already know who the winner's gonna be. They just you're all background actors. So like him being on there, he knew right away like they didn't want him to win. Like even though he had like 10, 15 hours of material, and the guy who won only had like 5 minutes of material. Like,
Are you talking about Kevin Hart's thing?
yeah, to me it seems fake. Like
Bro, I was watching that though. I've noticed that. All right, hypothetically, I get
my
that
opinion, it
opportunity.
seems fake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't necessarily know because I mean, like, I've seen some of the comics on it, right? In person. But one thing that it really makes you realize is like some people can do it for an hour, and then you could just see how some people there's no way they could do it for an hour. And I mean, not that I could, because I definitely an hour would be almost impossible for me right now. I mean, it would be impossible, but
Same. I don't
it's
have that experience.
that kind of like imagine if you got the opportunity to do an hour Netflix special right now. I'm not ready for that.
Fuck no.
So
That's
it's like
but you could though. Like you know, there's a lot of people who don't know this, but a lot of comedians have writers.
yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and I've heard like big comics back in the day, like who have other big comics help write their special and then not even give them credit for it. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, but I guess, but like this is what what's his name? Mencia? You know, he stole jokes.
Hmm.
His excuse for stealing jokes was like, yeah, he had his own material and he was good. People respected him. Then he got to a point where it was like, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need this. So like he needed a special, he needed another 10, he needed another 30, like, and he just wasn't generating enough. So that's when he basically said like, oh, he didn't admit to stealing, but he was basically saying like I was just being rushed and like yeah, but there's a lot of like, okay, there's a lot of premises people say like I've done this where I thought, okay, this guy's stealing my jokes and shit, but we all have similar premises to shit.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and I apologize to whoever I might have talked shit about, but I've done this where I even myself was like, oh, he's stealing, but this is one thing. Premises are not, for everyone, but verbatim punchlines like tags, like no, like if you're doing that shit, like you could put them next to each other and see that yeah, you're fucking stealing, but
Yeah. Well, and like
premises,
pros buy them too. I've heard of that where
yeah,
like if someone who is established who's like really got money, they like your joke, they'll give you money for it.
yeah, you
And
can
at that point, it's like, well, it was a transaction, so it's his now, you know. But
like David Spade, he said that. I love David Spade, but he said when he first started doing stand-up comedy, like a comedian just gave him his whole act. Like he's like, here, you can have. I don't want to do comedy. Here's my act.
mhm.
So he was just doing that guy's act, and then he's like, then eventually I couldn't do it anymore. And then he did it on his own. I think it helped him get started. But yeah, it was weird back then. Back then, everybody hated each other. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like each other now. Like I don't like everyone doesn't like me. But like, I wish it was just more peaceful out there, But it's life. It's just like having coworkers. You're not gonna like all your fucking coworkers.
I always describe it to people as boxing, where it's like you have sparring partners, but ultimately you go in there and beat the shit out of each other. It's hard to walk away, feeling like you don't have some sort of animosity amongst each other. I mean, it's not necessarily like you don't hold on to it or like wish ill on somebody, but at the end of the day, we all are competing for the biggest laugh, for the biggest response. We all want to be the best guy on the lineup. We all want to be the most memorable one, the guy everyone's gonna talk about or follow on Instagram in today's world, or be. We all want that tour, right? We all want to go travel on the road, and it is competitive, But you gotta. If I wish a lot more people approached it more like a sport and not as much like theatrical or like because it's a mix of two different worlds. I feel like you have some people who played sports and have an idea of what
Being
competition
or
is
teamwork.
and doing it tastefully. Like when we did Oklahoma drills when I played football, you would really try and hurt the guy running the ball. I mean, that's just what you did. And then you get up, you sort of pat each other on that, and then you're good. It's not like you don't hold it against them. But some guys, like I feel like it's a mix of two worlds where you have guys like that, and then you also have guys who grew up more like in performance arts, in theater, in acting, and stuff like that. And I feel like those guys take it a little bit more, guys and girls, whatever, more to heart. And it's
Have
it's
you
not that.
have you done any classes, improv or acting or anything like that?
Not in no, as far as acting and stuff, not
I've
really.
seen you put a lot of clips out. Like I'm a horrible actor.
Did you get a chance to watch Handy Bros? Watch Handy Bros if you haven't.
I've seen a few of your clips. Yeah.
The Handy Bros is a 20-minute pilot that me and Jake put out.
Then no, I have not watched that one.
It's pretty cool, man. It was a really cool experience doing it. My man Jake Jones, he pretty much directed, shot the whole thing. He grew up sort of more in that world of like, filming and stuff like that.
If you ever need a fat dude in the background next time, I'll be your guy. I want to be just the background in somebody's fucking clip. Just
I'm working on a new project, man. We're working on another 20-minute
I,
video. I won't drop all the details.
I'm not a good actor, but I could be a background actor. Like there's this place down the way, this grocery store that sells giant bags of popcorn,
Hmm.
like massive bags. And sometimes I'll get it. We do the movies in the park here, and I'll buy it for the kids. I want to just be eating that bag of popcorn in the background by myself, just for something. Like somebody's going to shoot something. I want to do that. I don't know why, but it's been in the back of my head. Every time I see that, I'm like, I want to fucking be in the back of someone's clip, looking like a fat piece of shit.
Some people will say like if you already are doing it, don't go to a class because it'll just mess you up.
Yeah, that's what I had a friend recently who went to a comedy class, and I was just like, well, did you learn anything? And he brushed me off. He didn't really give me an answer, but I don't think he did. I think he already knew the basics. Like once you already get past the stage fright and the writing and punchlines and shit, I'm pretty sure there's not much they can teach you. Like you kind of have to figure this shit out on your own. Like I've read the books and shit. I've watched the workshops. Like Ralphie's workshop was pretty fucking good. I should probably watch some more, but I feel like you just got to do it, and either you're funny or you're not. Like it's very
Mhm.
simple. I don't give a fuck how long you've been doing this shit. We've all seen Kill Tony. Oh, I've been doing this 7 or 8 years, and they fucking bomb. They're trash. Like it just isn't for everyone. Like I know it's fun. We all want to do this and have fun, but like at the end of the day, like you're either funny or not. Like like you can't teach that shit. So I had a book. I gave it away. I would give it to you, but I don't have any more books.
It's like the term likability gets thrown around a lot,
You have
and
to be
it's like
likable.
that's something that I feel like you can see it a lot of times when you go someone goes up. There's a guy right now, Angel Hernandez. Bro kills, bro. But it's almost like the first time I ever watched him go up, he didn't even say anything yet, and he already was sort of giggling and had like
Hey,
that energy.
shout out to fuck, what's his name? You say Angel Hernandez. He has a friend, Jimmy Velarde. They're
Yeah,
friends.
Jimmy, hell yeah.
I had him on here too, and I had Ryan Reyes too. Right.
Jimmy was in Handy Bros, the 20-minute pilot
Yeah,
that
I
they
had him on
shot.
here a few episodes ago, like maybe 4 episodes ago. But I saw them host a Chatterbox together. They're pretty good. I hit up Angel. I was like, "Hey, Angel, you want to come do the podcast? Hit me up." I don't know him. That was my
He's
first.
dope, dude.
That was my first time meeting Jimmy too. He was cool. But you know who Ryan Reyes is?
Yeah.
He does a thing too. He comes on stage and he goes, "Hello," and then
Mhm.
everyone just starts dying laughing just from, like you said, like you don't have to say anything. Just you're likable. They say it takes like 30 seconds for them to like you or not. Like
Mhm.
you have 30 seconds to win them over. So the Kill 20 minute that I've coming up, I'm like, what jokes should I do? I don't even know. I honestly don't know what to do. Like, have you had your minute figured out yet?
Yeah, I probably do. I've got an old joke talking about I had a gay uncle growing up, and he owned a local woman's hair salon in town, right? And everyone in my family, we called him Aunt Bob.
Aunt Bob
And he'd cut my hair as a kid, and he'd tell me what it was like for him growing up. And he said, they'd put gay guys into mental hospitals or mental asylums.
in Alabama.
And I bet that bitch was popping. Just the boys in there, dude. Come on, the fellas.
Have you seen the movie But I'm a Cheerleader?
But I'm a cheerleader. No.
It's like a 90s movie, but they're like this girl's Christian and they think she's lesbian, so they put her in like a camp to make them straight. And like there's gay women and gay or lesbian women and gay dudes, and they're like trying to teach the gay dudes to be men. They're all working on like cars and shit, but the whole time they're just like hooking up with each other.
Dude, it was so what's funny is that bit even come from a mix of worlds because really Aunt Bob was a real person in my family. That's what my family would call him, but that's what he was a California guy. He actually owned a woman's hair salon in SoCal and was like actually a pretty affluent hairstyle in LA. He was like doing this was before my time as well, but he was doing like famous people's hairs for the day. He was like somebody, and he's no longer with us, so shouts out Aunt Bob, but he was a real person. Now, I got that from my mom's side of the family in SoCal, but using it in the context of like Alabama, it does make it a little more. I feel like it adds to it a little bit,
Yeah, you can spice it up, yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what stand up is, in my opinion. You gotta know when to turn it up and turn it down a little bit.
I have a bit that destroys, but I just don't have time to do it in a minute. I want to do it, but I'm like I won't be able to set it up and do everything in a minute. Like I don't know, like maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
See, I was literally texting my buddy earlier. How if I should just do that or if I should throw one more thing in it.
I think I'm just if I get called on, just depending on how I feel when I'm out there, like the energy,
Hmm.
I'm gonna just decide right then and there which one. But I'm gonna have like at least three different bits I want to do for sure. But
But it's a minute, dude. You gotta be
no, three different
okay.
minutes that I want to do. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the one that I know that kills is like 34, 35 seconds. So I'm like, what am I do with the other? I don't have a short enough. I'm not a one-liner guy. So I don't fucking know.
And those guys typically shine, I feel like, in that environment too.
What I'm gonna do, my plan is to do like the one joke is like 30 or 40 seconds, and then I have another joke that's similar that I'm gonna like splice them together, like take two of them because they have similar like
Hmm.
premises, and then put them together. That's my plan, but hopefully it works. But I will talk about it after the podcast. But I don't know. I'm over here talking like I'm gonna be on and shit, but just speaking to the universe.
Dude, you got to. I mean, that's how it works, right? You
Except
gotta visualize it.
the last time I was out there, a lot of people that were from out here got on, so the chances are pretty good. Like, I don't know how many they're gonna allow to be on there this time, but hopefully at least one of us gets on.
Dude,
Shit.
for real. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, hey, next time, right? That's what this is,
Next
dude.
year. See, last year was on Mother's Day, so I couldn't go. This year it's not. So I told my girl I'm going. I don't give a fuck. Mother's Day is Sunday, so we're going.
Have you had a chance to like go around to other scenes and stuff, do like other like out of state?
No, I've only done IE and OC. This
Dude, I went back to Alabama and did a set.
They didn't like it.
Rough. Well, 'cause out there I feel like where here I can lean on being more like Southern guy, I can play that shtick up a
Oh, it's
little bit.
because you sound like a foreigner or like foreign, you know.
Exactly. I went back home and I'm just everyone's fun cousin or something, you know. It's not necessarily, it just doesn't
You just
relate the
sound
same.
like it's the rest of the people in the poker game.
Exactly. Exactly. But then I went to the New York scene and it was really cool. I sort of got that same kind of treatment sticking out a little bit, you know. It was really a good time.
Have you ever performed with like any big names or just local people?
I've gotten on a show at the Rock Gallery with the biggest guy I would say so far, Ian Edwards. He's, you know, Comedy Store legend. He's been on Rogan a bunch and stuff like that.
Sounds familiar. Let me Google that real quick.
He's big. He's definitely he's got some specials out and stuff, dude.
All right, I think I already know who you're talking about. There's two Ians I'm getting mixed up in my head.
He crushed too, man. 45 minutes of just absolute, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of the other Ian, the gay Ian. What's his name?
Ian Finance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got see as soon as I heard Ian, I was just like, wait, which one is that one? Okay, that's cool.
And that wasn't like a they didn't ask me to open for him or there wasn't me and him didn't have any communication. I'm gonna be very clear about that. I just got on the show he was on, you know. It wasn't like a hey Hunter come open for me or nothing like that. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, I don't get like starstruck when I see famous comics. Do you get like that?
With him I was like a little I just really respect him. I mean, I've seen his stand up before. I've seen him perform at the Improv at the Comedy Store. I've watched him on Rogan back in the day, you know. He's very like in comedy, he's very respected. So it was like but I mean, as far as the hang, we were all outside hanging, you know. He's a cool dude. He
When
wasn't arrogant, you know.
when you go to Comedy Store, do you ever like run into famous comics there?
You see him, but I mean, I play it cool. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna,
I mean,
you fan out and then now you're just that guy fanning out, you
listen,
know.
I was there like a few weeks ago or about a month ago, whatever, and I was just hanging out in the little bar area, and then Whitney Cummings like waved to me, and I was just like, I think she thought I was somebody else. I was like, I don't think maybe she's thinking of somebody else, and then she walked past me, and I was like, the fuck, like, why did she wave to me? It was random, but I'm pretty sure she thought I was somebody else, and then she got closer, was like, oh fuck, that's not him. That's a,
It's cool, man. It really is. And like I said, I've got some buddies now who are like door guys and stuff. So it's a cool world, man. I wish I was out there more, for
it's just
real.
hard for us, especially for us to drive, and then the parking, and then to buy shit. It's a lot of money just to.
My lady won't do it. I've tried to talk her into moving to LA. She's just not. She ain't having it.
Well, you're better off just. A lot of LA comics want to retire out here, so
hmm
like LA's kind of done, you know. So that's why you got to build the IEC and keep doing it, you know. At
I think
least,
more or less now in today's world, it's more about getting the actual following, and then you can just get on anywhere. If you have 500,000 followers,
how many followers do you have, if you don't mind saying?
like 2,000 right now.
Shit, I don't even have I have like 700 and dropping. It goes up and down, up and down. I'm like,
Mhm.
who the fuck keeps you know, like I'll get 10 new followers, then I'll get 15 less followers the next day. What the fuck? Like,
It's a weird game, but I feel like once you can if you can get that to really go as you're working on good stand up. See, that's a lot of people, I mean, I'm speaking generally here, I don't know, but I feel like you have to have both. If you have 500,000 but you can't do stand up for real, you're just going to get that opportunity and then lose it cuz you suck,
yeah,
you know.
there's like a lot of comics that have like gotten famous from their like sketch comics or Instagram comics, whatever. And then I've heard like they'll go and they get the Bray Improv or they get whatever, and then they just don't even have an act. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like I've been doing this for 3 years now. I'm gonna let this shit bake. You know, like I'm in no rush. If a video goes viral or something or a clip, cool. But I'm still the same fucking person. You know, like I know I don't have an hour. Like you said, if the winner of that show gets a special, like I don't got a fucking special. Like the Rock Gallery, I did a set there, and they were like, "Hey, you want to headline this?" And I was like, "No, like I am not a fucking headliner. I didn't know you could headline with 20 minutes. Like I'm still new to comedy. Like I'm very uneducated. Like I thought headline meant 30, 40, whatever, you know.
That term's pretty loose these days too.
Leo said the same shit. But listen, like I told you, I'm still new to comedy. Like nobody taught me anything. Like what I know is from the comics I'm around. You know, like I've never been offered a headlining spot. So when they asked me, I was like, no, fuck no. Like I'm not ready. Just like you said with the special, that's how I felt. Like they're asking me to do a special. I'm like no, like
No, man, it's
and
not.
it's not even about the material. It's like I can't bring an audience. Like I don't have a fan base. Like it's hard to get like a family member to come to your fucking show. Imagine you're gonna headline and then you have to put asses in the seats. Like I don't have that pool, you know. Like I'm working on it. I'm trying to, trying
It's
to get it out there, but it's hard, man. You know, they say like, you know, I get it. Like your family and friends have their own lives, and like I've heard in another podcast, they said like don't expect them to follow you or to like support you. Like they know you as you. You know, they don't know you as the podcaster or the comedian. Like they know you as you. So you're better off that some stranger in a Proud Boys t-shirt likes you.
You got to be all right with that. It's weird, dude, because you're right. It's not like the people that you. It's so funny. Like for the longest, I was really worried about putting stuff out because I was really concerned with like the people who do know me and their opinion. But then I just recently feel like I got over that hump because it's like they already know me as the idiot. I'm already the class clown to them.
Do your people back home be like, "Oh, I could do that"? They tell you they talk shit at all?
No, I haven't got that response as much as just like back home is very in Alabama, dude. It's very much so get a good job at the railroad or the manufacturing plant or get a good solid job, find a wife, have some kids. That's the life. That's the run of the mill. That's what most people do. And
Have
a
you
lot of my buddies are like
have
that.
you brought your lady back there yet?
Yeah, yeah.
You,
We're
you,
actually going back in another month. We're gonna go back for a couple weeks,
you
see my
still
family.
you still have family out there?
Yeah, my dad's out there. My brother, he just had a baby. Uh, yeah, but I mean, a lot of my best friends are still there. I keep in contact, but I'm trying this. I'm giving it a good go. I'm trying.
What's the food like out there? What's your guys' in and out?
Fire barbecue, bro.
Just barbecue, that's it?
Barbecue sandwiches, pulled pork
Do you
sandwiches.
know how to barbecue?
Not as good as what like you would get out there. But I can definitely cook. I like to. That's something I really enjoy doing, cooking.
I have a Blackstone, the
Okay.
grill. I grill shit on there. Like, I want to make tomahawk steaks on there. I haven't made one on there, but like, I need to buy like a heat gun and all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
up here, this where I live, it gets fucking windy it pisses me off. Like, every time I try to grill outside, I shout out to Leo. Every time I have a little, I like to make tacos and shit. He always comes. He never wants to eat. He's like a girl. He doesn't want to eat. I'm like, please fucking better eat something. But anyways, I want to make tomahawk steaks, but it gets so fucking windy. I have to be ghetto. I have to put like chairs. I need to buy something to block. They sell something to block the wind
Yeah.
from. I don't know. I need to look into it. But just up here, the weather is like you can never know. Like today, it looked like it was gonna fucking rain today. I'm like, I thought we were past this shit. Like so. Anytime I want to grill, like it's just been an issue. But I like grilling. I like to make tacos, smash burgers, or like country breakfast on that.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Blackstone's pretty sick. I like the Blackstone.
Shouts out Alex, my girl's brother. He's actually like a really good cook. He used to live with us for a little while. I'd get all salty because he could really cook. And I'm like, I'm trying, but he'd show me up, dude. He would like souffle steaks. You cook them in like the bag, water, and make them really soft.
I'm still learning how to make the proper steak. Like it depends on the steak you buy. Like I bought a steak from Sprouts and I bought steak at Stater's and I cooked them the same way, and then one came out better than the other. And I was like, I did it the same fucking way. Like what happened? But I think the quality of the meat's different.
Yeah.
Like, but the one that I did at Stater's, I was trying to like sear the steak with butter and like all kinds of shit in there, and it came out amazing. I was proud of myself. And then I tried it again and it just flopped. I was like, what happened? Like I thought I had it down, but the tomahawk steaks fucking sound amazing. I want to do that. That's my goal, but fucking expensive though.
Yeah, for sure.
My plan is to have. I was telling Jojo, I was like, I want to have like a comics barbecue. Like, I'm
Hmm.
good at. I like to make tacos. It's cheap and it's easy to make and it feeds a lot of people. I was like, I'm thinking maybe this month or next month before it gets too fucking hot. Like, I want to have maybe a Crimson Comedy fucking barbecue. I don't know since Leo's been on 4 times, he gets 2 plates. So.
I'm gonna try and put together like a little Halloween party. I don't know. I've got like a decent house. I'm gonna try and put together like I got a nice backyard and stuff. So I don't know if we're gonna do. I don't know if I want to make it like stand up, like where we have set up the back, or just make it an actual party, but just invite like all the comedy scene people, try and get them all. Because you're right, man. As far as building like the
Community.
IE or however you want to call it, like the more we all get together and try and bring each other in on stuff, man, it's gonna put on better spots and there's theaters around here that don't get used.
Yeah, like what's
You
popping
could
off now is the Stage Red. It's now become huge. It was like a little rundown theater. They
hmm
fixed it up. Now they do comedy shows and huge concerts there. So that place is can't use that place anymore. But I'm sure there's other local small ones.
there are, man. There's in getting just, getting more names familiar with everyone and getting that's important because that's like once you like I don't know how much you've put into like advertising and stuff like that, but like when you're trying to advertise a show, it's tough, bro.
I don't pay for advertisements, but I do have merch like stickers and stuff. Like I don't. I gave you a sticker.
Hmm.
Like I give away beer koozies, T-shirts, but I'm actually out of everything. My merch guys, his machine's broken, so like I haven't had any new merch in a while, but I have like one more Christmas shirt left. Like, what size shirt do you wear?
Large.
I have one large. You want it? It's a
Let's
Christmas
go,
one. Like
dude.
you could save it for Christmas, but I'm
Hell
out
yeah.
of everything. Like his machine's broken, so I haven't been able to put out merch. But that's how I advertise. Just give away free shit. Like
Hmm.
I have a bunch of beer koozies. Shout out. I was giving them to all the guests, and then I ran out. And then I think about just buying my own. Just fuck the middleman.
Really helped me this past show, the past Saturday show with Adam, Mario, Drea Myers. We actually got a sponsor, a weed company sponsor, to sponsor the event. So, dude, it was really sick. They gave me some shirts to throw out, some like vapes. They gave me like a big jar of joints to put out front. I mean, I'm not necessarily like I said, I've pretty much cleaned up my act since the beginning of the year, but it made the show really fun because in between each comic I go up and I'm like I've got like a little shirt rolled up with the stuff inside of it, so it's not out in everyone's face, and get the crowd hype again for the next comic, throw it out. It just brings everyone back into the show a little bit.
See, I just ordered more stickers. I'm gonna pass out a Kill Tony. I gave you one the other night.
Yeah,
Like,
hell yeah.
you were one of the first ones for the. Well, I've done this design before, but that's my way. It's just giving free. I don't like. Some people like to ask for donations. I'm like, these stickers aren't expensive. Just fucking give them away.
Yeah.
Hopefully they end up on the back of a bus somewhere and somebody sees it. I've had people DM me like, oh, I saw this on the back of a truck. Like someone slapped on the back of their truck, and I was like, hell yeah. Like,
Let's go, dude.
but like I said, I'm just trying to just I'm trying to network. I'm trying to make more friends out here because before I started this shit, if you looked at my phone, I probably had like a handful of friends and family, and now my shit goes for days. I have all these new comic friends and shit. Like I have like four Rickies. I'm like, I don't even know four Rickies. Who are these fucking people? And now I'm like, oh, that's that dude. Okay, now I remember. But I never had four Rickies in my phone before. You know what I'm saying? But they say the older you get, the less friends you have. Like, no, like get a better hobbies or get into something because now I have more friends than I've ever had in my life.
Dude, I
Like
tell people that all the time. Having a community of something, even if like, yes, there are dreams attached to this stuff. Like, you want to be, like I said, the biggest guy on
but
tour, but
this is what okay. If I never make it, fine. I'm happy with that. I'm doing okay. Wife, kids, we're good. But if I can sit and say, hey, I had Hunter Ladner, that guy that's doing the fucking arenas in my house on my couch, like that'd be fucking badass to look back and be like, I knew him before he was who he is now. Like
well, and dude, having like all these podcasts we all like, they're all a group of dudes who were doing open mics together. One of them popped off, and then he dragged along like Shane Gillis. He's a prime example of that. He's huge right now,
and
right?
it's crazy how they talk about him like he's a bajillionaire, and they're all fucking millionaires, but he was beneath them a few years ago, and just like that, he like skipped past the race. Like
And what's really cool, dude, his podcast stuff goes back years where they really were just guys at open mics. And then he took his group of dudes, his core group of people, along the trip with him.
that's why I say this all the time. We need each other. Like stop the bashing, and then you don't like each other, fine, but you don't just gotta drag each other down. Like
Hmm.
and put more people on. Like I met you once for 5 minutes a week ago. Like I at least have to meet people before I have them in my house. I know there's a lot of people that want to come on here, but I'm like, we got to meet at least once. Like I
Yeah,
got to
for
fill
sure.
you out. Like I have my daughters here, my wife. I can't just have anyone walking in my house. Like so. As long as I meet you and I don't have any negative vibes from you, like then I'm like, all right, you can come to my house. But for the most part, I really don't. I want to have everybody on. I want to hear different stories. Like the shit I've heard tonight, it's been interesting. Like your backstory and your mom and the bar. It sounds fun. Like I've never been to Alabama, but I feel like I've been there right now.
Dude, it was wild, man. We would do it was just like a different kind of I almost feel bad for like kids growing up out here. Cause like the amount of freedom I feel like I had out there, which I don't know about everyone's life, but
Well,
like,
I grew up in San Bernardino, and in the '90s, it was freedom, but it was ghetto. But it was freedom. Like,
mhm.
but we didn't have farms or anything like that. Like,
But that's what it was like, dude. We would really go out and just have a bonfire in the middle of some dude's cornfield. Like that's really what I would do. And
if you want that here, you have to go to the high desert now.
and like it was just different. I had a cousin. His name's Bo Black, and dude, I grew up with this kid just running around. We were blowing up mailboxes with M80s and just being. It was like wholesome kind of fun. But we were definitely a little reckless, but it was wild, man. It really was. And so the reason I moved to Alabama, one of the main, my mom obviously went through some stuff, and I also got, and I told this on a podcast before, but I got arrested out here in Southern California in middle school. I, yeah, man, it was a half day. at Moore Middle School in Redlands. This kid got shot,
Oh shit.
and it was like a big thing in our world, and they gave us a half day because of it. And we'd always go on half days to Little Caesars Pizza. It was right down the street from there.
$5 pizzas.
Dude, we were all skateboarding around, having fun, and I was the only kid half day who brought my backpack to school that day. Everyone else had just their binders. That was the cool thing to do, was just carry your binder, you know. This is also when Obama was running for president. Bro, everyone had, do you remember like the Obey logo that they had Obama's face on,
Yes.
said change? So everyone was rocking that. And we all had our little pipes and joints or whatever, and everyone put all their weed stuff in my bag. And we were a bunch of
You
little
were the mule.
dude, we was just skateboarding around like a bunch of idiots, and these cops rolled up on us, and sure enough, they accused us of like stealing UPS packages, and they wanted to search my bag.
They're not allowed to do that. If you're a minor, they can't search you without a parent or someone present. It's illegal for them to
They
do
threw
that.
me down on the ground and did it, you know. They had me sitting on a curb, and they went through my stuff. They found all of it. And then, of course, all my little buddies, they're like, no, that's not mine. That's not mine. You know, 'cause we were kids. We were like in seventh
They just
grade.
let you fucking take the fall.
Took the heat. My Pee Wee football coach was a Redlands police officer, so he called my mom. He got like heard it over the radio. Called my mom. My mom pulls up there. They got me in little handcuffs, sitting on the curb. I mean, it's
They-
just crazy.
You were
dude.
like, why would I have 20 pipes? It's not all my shit.
Dude, well, you would think that, but and see, here's what they were. They were wanting me to tell on everyone, and I didn't. I held it down. You know, I had to do what I had to do.
Snitches get stitches.
And bro, so nothing ended up really happening. I didn't go to jail, nothing like crazy. My mom ended up like I left with them scared as hell. I was a kid, man. You know, I was just a dumb little kid, and that was so they were gonna put me in like it was like military school was being talked about, and I was also I was living that kind of dirty little
You're like
skater
Will
kid.
Smith about to go live with Uncle Phil.
And then Alabama. My mom sent me off. I moved with my grandmother at first. Me and my younger brother lived there with my grandmother for like roughly a year, and then my mom finally moved out. She got that bar. Now I'm in high school. I sort of adjusted who I was. I really got into like football and taking school more serious. And
What made you come back here? You got bored out there or what?
so my grandfather, he passed away. And it was a freak accident, really. The truth, he was working on like an awning picture, just a four support leg kind of awning deal, and this happened right toward the end of COVID, and he died. It was crazy. Santa Ana winds were blowing, and it just collapsed in the building. It was gnarly, dude. It was really gnarly, and we came out here for the funeral, and then my family's got some stuff going on out here, so I don't know. I just decided that it was time. I was sort of in a relationship that ended, and
Is that where you met Tay out here?
yeah, so then I moved out here, and I had the stand-up dream for a little while out there. I'd got into like podcasts. I was working for a company called Freight Car America, and they actually were shutting down their entire company and moving the whole operation to Mexico. So I got like a pretty decent severance package from them, and I took it, moved out here, blew through 20 grand my first year partying at 25 years old like an idiot. And
Hey, you got memories. You didn't blow anything.
yeah, and I got into stand up. I moved to Huntington Beach. That's sort of where I landed at, and got moved in with Tay. She had some roommates, and then that club was right down the street. So then I'll be so honest with you, man. I was going around and telling people I was doing stand up for probably 3 months before I actually went and did it. So lame.
Like
so
a
lame.
poser.
Well, because I had done it a couple times. I had done it here and there, but I'd never done it consistently, but I was claiming it hard. I ain't gonna lie, I was really not being that guy. And then Tay actually really pushed me. She's like, dude, the club's right down the street. Go to it.
Does she like comedy?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, she's the most supportive. Like,
My girl hates comedy. She thinks it's like she don't like when people are mean or they do crowd work.
yeah,
She doesn't like people being mean. I was like, your phone going off? I was like, what the fuck is that?
yeah.
But that's her thing. She's sensitive. She's a girl. She's like, I don't like when they're mean to people. I'm like, well, just don't listen. You know?
I mean, I'm not, like I said, I like the story aspect of it. I like to like when someone gets off you feel like you know them in some way, shape, or form. You have an idea of who this person is. And sometimes, if you do it more like that, sometimes it's not necessarily something I'm the biggest fan of, but I don't knock anyone, bro. If you're entertaining, if you're making the crowd laugh, that's something I've really learned. Hosting open mics, hosting shows.
I've never hosted before.
If you make, I mean, dude, if you can make the crowd laugh, hey, you're doing something right.
I don't like hosts that like will do like 5 minutes between. They're just do a little thing then go. Like you got a bunch of comics on and there's fools that are just doing 5 to 10 minutes in between each person. Like I don't know, that's me personally, but
Yeah.
I've been to shows like that. It's like, all right, come on, like let's go. Like the crowd's leaving. Like
They used to get mad at me when I first started at that
you used to
amazing
do that
comedy
10
theater.
minutes.
No, not at all. I would do the opposite, bro. I would bring up the person too fast.
Okay,
They were
bye, I
like,
gotta go.
I would just run up real quick. All right, your next comic, blah, blah,
That's
and
why
then
you just gotta like listen to whoever what the comic is saying, and then just give a couple tags or a little
yeah,
riff to that, and then on to the next.
keep the energy alive. That's what's
And
important is
like communicate
maintaining.
with the like. I trust me. I want to host. I want to find a place that let me host one day, just to practice. I want to just help my stage presence. Like get more comfortable talking to people and shit. So
That's what really helped me, I feel like, was getting the host opportunity. We used to do a really cool show called the Tiki Bar. It was like a tiki theme show through Amazing Comedy Theater. It was at a different venue. It was a lot bigger audiences, and that show really, I feel like I jumped a couple steps by doing that because dude, I was hosting shows 6 months into comedy that were like almost 100-person shows. It was not. I was way over my head. I would bomb opening up and then try and
hey,
go
but
up and make
see,
them like
bombing
me.
doesn't feel bad anymore to me. Like I've bombed a few times, and like the last one, like I said, we all pretty much bombed. Like it didn't hurt so bad anymore. You get over it.
Yeah, for sure, for
I've
sure.
had it where it bombed. Where I just like I couldn't stop thinking about it for like 2 or 3 days. But now I'm like, who gives a fuck? Those 2 people that were there are never gonna see me again.
Yeah.
So maybe they will. They're gonna watch this episode. The Proud Boys guys like that was that one guy. No, but who do you get your influence from? Like, what comics do you have? Are you inspired by anyone? Do you have like anyone that you like want to be like or anything like that?
Man, definitely, like I said, Ron White is someone that I saw him young and just really liked the cool guy storytelling sort of aspect of that. Definitely, like I said, Shane Gillis is definitely he's hilarious. I feel like everyone tries to emulate him in some way. So I
I like
don't,
how he makes fun of himself, his self-deprecation,
yeah.
like the that he looks like he's got Down syndrome. Like he plays into it. Like the only thing I wish he would do is just shave his head. Like those folks, there's a lot of those comics they're balding and it's way back here. Like Tony Hinchcliffe, they all have the same thing. It's like a curly, just like whatever this is, and just like put it forward. So
Chill
like,
out, bro. Chill out.
no, theirs is worse because they're curly. Like Tony Hinchcliffe, if you look at his hair, like what is that? His hair is all over the place. And what's his name? Mark Norman. And they all have the same shit. Just let it go. Like embrace the bald.
But then yeah, like Theo Vaughn, I saw him in Memphis one time. It was like really early on when I was still just working at a metal fabrication place, so it was really cool to see that. I went to go see him, and we saw him the next day outside of the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, and I was wearing like his merch, and I was all stoked.
I remember him from Real World. Like my mom used to watch Real World growing up, and I
Yeah,
remember him on the show. Like, and then just seeing him years later, like even the Miz, the guys in wrestling. Like, my mom was a huge Real World fan or Road Rules. Those and like Christina P,
yeah.
Toxic Girls. Like a lot of these people were on these reality shows. Like, what the fuck? This came out of nowhere. Like,
Good that they got him from the Comedy Store like back in the day because they were entertaining
so
people.
was Theo Vaughn a comedian before he was on that show?
From what I understand, he's been like a Comedy Store guy for a very long time.
I never heard of him until the show. Like I remember him on the show, and then just years later, like, oh, that was that one guy. Like, but yeah, the Real World and Road Rules were like the '90s to early 2000s, the shit on MTV. Like,
Yeah.
but MTV's dead now, so rest in peace. But
Brian Callen was also someone I saw really early on. Brian Callen, bro, I watched him at Zany's in Nashville, still working at that metal fab shop. I watched him kill
I
one
heard
night.
Nashville's like popping off now. A lot of the comics out
Yeah.
in Nashville.
You got like Nate Bargatze runs a pretty big scene out
I've
there.
never seen his stand up. Like I always hear about him. I know he's like a super clean comic. I know he has a special on Netflix, but I've never seen his stand up before.
Very funny. Very clean, like you just said, but he's hilarious. Nate Bargatze is very funny. That style too of being anyone can watch this. I mean, they say like if you learn to write clean, you can be dirty and still like be all right, but if you learn to
That
write dirty, you can never be clean.
that's like Jeff Dunham. Like he is like low key like dirty, but also clean with the puppets, but low key dirty. He's a weird one. He's a good one though. I like Jeff Dunham. Do you like Jeff Dunham?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's not necessarily like my favorite.
I like
But
even when he doesn't do the puppets, when sometimes he opens with just regular stand up, he's pretty funny. Like,
oh yeah,
but the puppets is his staple, so he has to do it. But so now you've been doing comedy 4 years now. Where do you see yourself in the next like 5 years or something? Like, what do you want? Where do you want to take this?
I always say it, man. Consistency. That's all I really want to do.
Why don't you get a podcast? You're a talker.
I'd rather just work on showing up and doing other folks. And I mean, I really I was shooting some skits with some guys yesterday, and they did want to go like hit the open mic. They wanted to keep shooting skits, and these are my brothers, so I'm not like gonna even name them or anything, and they'll know who they are if they see this. But ultimately, I told them like, guys, I'm trying to do stand up. That's what I'm doing. You know, so it like I said, consistency, bro. Just keep doing it. If it takes you somewhere, it does. If not, I'll be the best guy no one's ever heard of. That's my goal. Is just be the absolute best version of what I'm trying to talk about. Learn to tell my stories the funniest they can be, and try and make it from that. You know, if nothing happens in 10 years of doing this, hey, I'll be someone's funny uncle or something. You know, that's because if you put too much attachment to like the outcome, you're just going to live always short. You know, you're
That's
always going to
why
be falling
also
short.
too you can't like you know have your expectations too high because then you're gonna hurt yourself if you don't like
Hmm.
get here. But like I said you've been doing it 4 years. You're still new. I'm 3 years still new. Like don't rush the process. Like shit can happen overnight. Just like with Shane or something. Like one day you've been doing it 12 years. Also the next day you're the most highest paid comedian in the world doing arenas. Like friends with famous people. Like that's what I think it's weird is like one day you're a normal person, then all of a sudden like the Vikings want to hang out with you. Like,
Yeah, dude.
that's what Shane says. He's like, I'm in my green room and there's like 14 dudes in there. He's like, no girls are playing video games with like athletes and shit.
Joey Diaz didn't start till he was like 37, I think.
Yeah, and like, no, he hadn't doing it for a while, like in his 30s. But yeah, he got popular like in his late 40s and 50s. But who also did it late was Ronnie Dangerfield.
Hmm.
He had like tried it once and then didn't do it for 20 years. And then like when he was like in his 50s and then just popped off and until he died.
It's a consistency thing, you know.
That's
And
what I like about this. This place. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't give a fuck what you look like. You be handicapped, disabled. You can people who can't talk. There's people like that one guy in Kill Tony uses like the voice box or
hmm
whatever. Like I seen people in wheelchairs, like young, old, little kids, old people. Like this shit don't discriminate. So there's not a race. You can do this shit till you're dead. Like I do this because it's fun. I had nothing going on in my life. This is my midlife crisis. Like I started at 34, so I'm 37 now. I'm like, it goes by so fucking quick. I feel like I'm still like 6 months in. So
yeah,
like,
for sure.
and I've met a lot of people along the way. I've come a long way. You're like, oh, look at this sick setup. Like to me, this is ghetto. Like I have a friend, shout out to Gil. He has like a legit studio. Like, and that shit's dope.
Horchata Gil.
Yeah.
Dude, shouts out. You know, I did a lot of work for him in like in his studio area. I did like the floors in there. Well, for a while I was doing like freelance handyman work.
Well, then
And he hired
then you know
me.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Then
hell yeah.
okay, compare that to this.
Yeah.
This is nothing. He was here a week ago, and his girlfriend was over there in the corner. She's his producer, and she was like producing low key. I was like, she couldn't help herself. I was like, thank you for guest producing, but I don't have a producer. I had one in the beginning, and it just didn't work out. Like it's easier to do by myself. Maybe one day I'll teach my daughter to work the
There you
camera.
go. There you go.
I want to get multiple cameras in here, but when it's just me, I can't be over here like switching. I'll be like this the whole time, like. So in time, I'm gonna make this place look nicer, and for now, I'm content with what it is. So you wouldn't consider getting another podcast again?
I don't know. Maybe. I
It's
mean,
easier to promote your shows.
yeah, I would want to find like I'll be honest. Jake was my guy. That was like that's who we did stuff
Yeah, your
with.
duo. Yeah.
And when he left, I was like, what am I gonna do? I started putting out like these little short form. I called them just the Hunter Ladner show. I would just cover like hot topic items for a minute and put that out and call it a podcast, right? But as far as like long form, I don't know. If I find someone that I can bounce off well and like we can work together on it, that might be something I might revisit. But until then, I'm just gonna.
Well, some people are hard to talk to. Like you're easy to talk to. Some people you can just go back and forth with, and there's some people that are just like yes, no,
Mhm.
yes, and it's like fuck. Like this is gonna be a rough one, but like I don't really have a structure to this. It's just mostly just like here I'm asking you the get to know you questions. And next time you come on, we're just gonna be talking shit the whole time.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Like 'cause I had Gil on, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck we talked about. We had talked about movies and just random shit. Like, but this is just a hangout. I don't really have a structure here. Like, I just want to slowly get to know people and give them opportunities to promote shit and get to know people, you know. So,
Yeah, man.
but we're about time to wrap up now. Well, we're about to be an hour and 20, and is there anything else you want to promote or talk about before we go?
Just Jokes Comedy. Me and Sergio Mendez, we run that together, dude. He's awesome. That's who. That's the the little comedy setup that we run the Loudburger show through. We're looking at bringing on another venue. I'm gonna start trying to run a storytelling show soon, so hopefully that gets up and running. I'm finding a new venue for that because the Loudburger setup's a little too rowdy for that kind of show, But that's something we're gonna be producing soon. But yeah, just follow Just Jokes Comedy. Follow me, Hunter Ladner, on Instagram, and keep on rocking, baby. Let's go,
Do you got any final thoughts? Anything to say to upcoming comics or
man. Have fun. It's nothing is serious. Nothing's that serious. I feel
so?
like a lot of folks put way too much pressure on themselves when it comes to this, and really, it's just be yourself. Find out what that is first.
Exactly. Be yourself. That's why I told my girl on stage I'm me, on the podcast that's me, and then around people that's me. I'm not. There ain't no three different me's. There's just one. You know, like
Hmm.
so. Yeah. Anyways, shout out to Hunter. Thank you for coming. Check out Loudburger. I'll come next time. Sorry, Secret. I was honestly gonna go tonight, but you said they're not.
Yeah, they canceled us. They shut us down tonight.
Cinco de Mayo. But
Got a
anyways,
mariachi coming through.
dang Mexicans. Anyways, all right, Hunter, it's been cool having you. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, AndyC_comedy, and then go ahead and please follow the Crimson Comedy Show on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and that's it. Good night, guys. It's
Peace.
been fun.